Good morning everyone, today is another pre-maintenance checklist video, which means we're going over all the different campaigns which are ending with this coming maintenance. Alright, so the very first thing I want to go over is the seasonal shop will be going away. So if you have not spent your seasonal points over here, you definitely want to spend them. As you can see, I still have 1.1 million left. But basically all of these items will be going away. So do make sure that you at least buy out the alpha reactors. There's like 350 alpha reactors that you can buy over here. There's also a bunch of star gems as well as cosmetic items, as well as a bunch of other materials that you might actually need in order to upgrade your armors as well as your weapons. So make sure that you just buy out everything that you need over here, including the star gems. There's 200 star gems over here, a bunch of cosmetics, and then there is of course the Super Genesis Festival tickets. Make sure that you actually buy all 80 of them, because remember that is actually 2 selector tickets. Now, if you're a new or returning player, you might want to consider buying the Exalia weapons, because the Exalia weapons over here are fully limit broken and they have their potential fully unlocked, which is going to save you about 2 to 3 million Meseta right off the bat. So if you are a new or returning player, all you're going to do is you're going to pick up this Exalia weapon. You're going to be able to upgrade the Exalia weapon directly to a Trisalia, or if you already collected enough Evil Volt 3s, you need 150, you can actually upgrade directly into the Salia weapons, which is of course the 12-star rarity weapon, the new weapon that came out earlier this week. So you know, these are really nice, and this will save you quite a lot of money. Now, it might not be a bad idea to pick up all of these weapons anyway, just in case you do decide to try out a different class. That way you can just upgrade these directly to the Salia or Trisalia and save yourself a bunch of headache. Now, if you're trying to restock a bunch of your class EX cubes, don't forget that there is the exchange end grinder shop over here, where you can exchange end grinders into all of the class EX cubes. I do recommend that you actually do this, because it's 100 of every single class EX cube for 100 grinders each. So it's a really good deal. There is of course the card scratch vouchers as well. These are actually for Line Strike. So if you do play Line Strike, you could obtain 100 of these tickets for 300 grinders, and you know, we all should have a bajillion grinders already. Last but not least is of course the recycled items over here. There are a metric butt ton of high value cosmetic items, or just emotes actually over here. So you definitely want to check out if there is anything that you actually want. There's a bunch of weapon camos that are also obtainable over here for SG recycle badges. Personally, I think the weapon camos are going to be your first priority, because they cost 25 NSG recycle badges, which is a lot more affordable. There are the badges over here that cost 10. It's not that great. However, the emotes on the other hand will cost an arm and a leg. It's going to cost you 100 NSG recycle badges. However, there are some really nice ones, such as the PR pose, and of course all of the different vocal performances or all the different dances. So if you did want any of these emotes, this is your last chance to pick them up. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is of course the Super Genesis Festival 2024 special scratch tickets. The banner is going to be ending, so make sure that you actually go to your storage. Just go to all storage over here and just type in ticket, and make sure to find all of your Super Genesis Festival 2024 special scratch tickets and withdraw them, including the vouchers as well. In order to turn the vouchers into the tickets, all you need to do is go to the shop over here, item recycle, and at the very top you'll be able to turn all of your extra vouchers into full-on tickets. So you can see here I'm turning 100 of the vouchers into 10 full tickets, and there we go. So now that we have all of our Super Genesis Festival 2024 special scratch tickets, make sure to actually use them. So in order to consume them, you have to go to the scratch ticket selection, scroll to the very bottom, and there is the Super Genesis Festival 2024 special scratch. Now don't forget that we actually got a selector ticket, so when we go to select over here, you can actually pick whatever you want. You know, I usually pick the star gems. 100 star gems is very nice. However, if there is something specific that you want, like maybe you wanted the weapon camo or whatever, you can pick it up here as well. So please make sure that you use all of your tickets before the coming maintenance, because as you can see here on February 12th, or maintenance time, this banner will be going away. Future care over here, I realized I forgot something really important, and that is of course the mission pass. The mission pass season 40 is also ending, so make sure that you do pick up all of your items over here before the maintenance, because if you don't, you will be missing out on quite a few important items, such as, of course, the personal shop use 3 days for all my free-to-plays. There is a nice motion glide over here, majestic wings, and of course the mission pass storage 30 days at tier 6, which actually gives you an additional 400 inventory space. So you definitely don't want to sleep on the mission pass, and you want to pick up all of the items. All right, the next thing I want to talk about are all of the different campaigns that are going to be ending. The first one is the Ultra PSO2 Day Big Bang Burst. So the first part of this campaign will be going away. I know I do say that it is Ultra PSO2 month. However, there is going to be a short 9-day break in between part 1 and part 2. As you can see, part 1 will be ending on February 12th at 11 a.m. and then part 2 actually doesn't kick in until February 21st, 4 p.m. my time. So we won't have all of those crazy boosts, basically 300% RDR boost if you're premium or 200% RDR boost if you're free to play. All of these boosts will actually be going away for the next 9 days. It's interesting that they chose 9 days and not 7 days, but I mean, it is what it is. So we just have to wait until the 21st, basically when the next PSO2 day rolls around. It's going to be Ultra again, and everyone's going to be able to benefit. The main thing for my free-to-play players is going to be the SG. For my free-to-play players, we're actually getting 170 SG, which is actually really cool for the next time around. And of course, the RDR boost is still going to be the same at 200% for the free-to-play players and 300% for the premium players. Now, the next thing that is also going away is a bunch of AC deals. So the first one is AC purchase campaign. If you top up more than $80, you do get 3 of these NEX Tri Boost plus 20%. Not that big of a deal. I mean, honestly, I don't think this is worth just topping up just for the bonus items. But if you're going to spend money anyway, maybe you were going to scratch on the Index collaboration, then by all means, you know, this is just kind of a cherry on top. Now, other than that, there are 2 sale items going away. So there is the PSO2 Quest SP set, as well as the PSO2 Day Enhanced SP set. Personally, I do not think either are worth it. However, you know, if you did need any of these, or maybe you really want that extra rare drop rate, then by all means you can purchase these. But nevertheless, if you did want them, you want to purchase them soon, because they will be going away right after the maintenance. Now, as for the other 3 items up here, they're still here to stay for quite some time. They don't go away until February 26th, so you have some time to think about it if you want to purchase any of this stuff. Alright, with all of that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the ARKS Record. This week's ARKS Records is Central Kavar's Dash Solo. Remember, you have to do this by yourself in order to get your 20 ARKS Record badges, and you do not get the 20 ARKS Record badges immediately. You do have to wait until maintenance ends before you get them. Now, the reason why you want your ARKS Record badges is because, of course, there are all of these weapon camos. These are the new variations, all of these Zover weapons, so they are color variants, which are pretty nice. However, again, if you don't like any of them, you can just get Star Gems. You can never go wrong with Star Gems. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Aegis Integra exchange. We're going to scroll down here, Aegis Integras. I've been doing a lot of MDFD, so we have a lot of Neo A weapons. We're going to turn them all into Aegis Integras and turn all of the Aegis Integras into the Aegis Soul 4s, as well as all of the different other Dominas, so that we can make our Halphinale. Alright, once we picked all of that up, we're going to head over to the item lab. We're going to go to exchange enhancement materials and augments, and we're going to type in Halphinales, because we're going to craft our 1 Halphinale. There we go. And then we can either craft our Lux Halphinales or our Magis Halphinales. Personally, I still prefer Lux Halphinales. I can actually craft 1 right here, and there we go. Perfecto. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, Crimson Realm. Crimson Realm will be going away with the coming maintenance. Yes, we only got 7 days of Crimson Realm. Honestly, I don't really know why they do this, but hell, it's going away, so make sure to actually farm it. Because, well, Crimson Realm is always really good for EXP, really good for money. And of course, that's where you get the 12 Waffle Almaty or the 12 weapon series weapon camo. So if you did want that weapon camo, that's where you get it in the Crimson Realm. Now, another reason why you might want to farm Crimson Realm as much as possible is, of course, for the Prog Trials. Remember, the Driveris drops the Prog Trial. However, they have added new areas in order to obtain the Dero Trial. So if you just wanted to make the Mega Trials, there are more places that drop it now. You don't have to farm the Crimson Realm exclusively. However, if you want to make the Giga Trial, I don't think I've seen anywhere else that drops prog trial other than Crimson Realm. People were telling me that the purple triggers as well as rank 8 of Ordinal Tower drops it. However, when I check it, as we can see, we're now in level 8 of Ordinal Tower. You can see here that it does drop Dero trial, but I do not see prog trial. And then when we head over to the quest counter and we go over to our purple triggers, so that is under trigger quests and other Alio intruders, you can also see that it drops Dero trial, but not the prog trial. So that is something to keep in mind. So for me personally, I'm still going to abuse the living daylights out of Crimson Realm. I'm going to be farming here, like, again, 3 hours a day on average, because I do want to make sure that I do farm up enough of these prog trials to craft the Giga trials in case the supply does dry out and in case the prices do go up. That way I do have a source of these Giga trials that I can sell on the market for a profit. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Genesis Point Exchange Shop. So make sure that you actually head over here to the Genesis Point Exchange Shop. The minerals are going to be resetting, so make sure that you buy out all the minerals, because in 2 days time they will be restocked. You can buy 200 of every single mineral and it only costs you 8,000 Genesis points, so please make sure that you actually buy them. Now if you've already bought them, there is always the Master Fragments as well as the Foundia capsules. You can't go wrong with either there as well. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is the item recycle. So you head over to item recycle, you can pick up 50 star gems over here. Unfortunately, you can no longer pick up 100 star gems as that campaign has now ended. So 50 NEX cubes for 50 star gems, and then you can also do the same with the alpha reactors, 100 NEX cubes for 50 alpha reactors. So we're going to sell the alpha reactors right there, and voila, 175,000 Meseta. Now, if you're hurting for NEX cubes, I highly recommend just grinding in the Crimson Realm, and you will obtain a lot of those NEX cubes as you level up, as well as Class EX cubes. So just make sure that you do grind there for levels. Now, last but not least is, of course, the Alliance Badge Exchange Shop over here. Make sure that you buy your 30 star gems over here, so wabam and wabam.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.